this is not me. I don't record myself crying because I've never been one to want pity from nobody. But this, what's happening to my people, is not right. What's happening to little kids is not right. Coming home and not knowing where your mom is, it's not right. No kid should have to wake up and fear that their mom is not going to come home. No mother should feel the pain of being separated from their children just because they wanted a better life in America. And yes, maybe they should have done it the right way. But the right way wasn't made for us Latinos. The right way wasn't made for nobody but the white people. So,
as a Latino, I've never been more embarrassed and more disappointed in the Latin community for even voting or thinking of voting for Trump. Voting against your own self-interest is counterproductive. It's insane to me. Like, y'all don't make no sense. What's not clicking? And let's be very serious. Latinos voted for Trump because they want to be as close to whiteness as possible. It's because they're anti-black. It's because of the internalized racism. It's because of the pure not even internalized. It's for the outward racism. That's really mainly what it was. And let's not forget the misogyny of it all. Let's not forget that, because one thing a Latina woman is gonna do is gonna put her man, her son, her and any male figure in the Latin community up on a pedestal with ease. And that's exactly what the Latino men thrive on. The women always putting them up on a pedestal. And that's really the sad part about it, because there is no reason why they should have been voting for Trump at all. I'm disappointed today, and I'm just so disappointed.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, actually Latinos thought like they are going to get their American dream by voting against black people, against their own interest, against like democracy, and now they are finding out the only thing they have left is tears. They are crying, as you saw. So let's keep watching. The credit belongs to the owner of the video. We'll be seeing in today's episode. I'll be back with more commentary.
This is for my Latinos for Trump. I'm about to say something that's going to piss a lot of you guys off, so you might as well unfollow me now before. But just hear what I have to say. Black people in America have been very, very gracious to you all. The civil rights movements for equal opportunity employment started with black people. The reason you were able to get equal opportunities when you became a citizen and other immigrants, the birthright citizenship, it's because of civil rights movements black people died and fought for. And we have never shoved it in your face. In fact, most of you don't even realize our civil rights movements are what made you benefit. But still, you thought you were better than the rest because you got close to this proximity. But one thing that you will never be able to do is jump in their skin. We paved the road on which every birthright citizen has walked on. While you gallivanted Latinos for Trump in masses. And now those rights have been signed off, and they want to send you back to your country because they wanted to make sure you knew that you were not part of the club. And you wondered why we were upset about what you chose to do. It's because our ancestors were enslaved, fought, and died for the opportunities that you guys have today to even come into this country and become a citizen, to even vote against your own best interest. So just know, you would have been nothing without us either. I just wanted to put you in your place, since America is as well. I just wanted you to know what our people did for you. So wave your flag as he is taking that birthright from you, while we're still on this side of town or country fighting for the right back. Again. Okay? Don't ever forget where you came from. Okay? Because guess what? They thought you were just good enough to work in a factory or pick cotton. Yeah. Yeah. And now they think inmates and black people are going back to the field. But they got a new thing coming. So next time y'all come back over here to America and use the rights that our ancestors have died and fought for, appreciate it.
So actually, guys, many of Hispanic Americans, they were drawn to MAGA thinking they are going to give them more job, like more money, best economy, safe. They thought they were going to be safe, but instead, what they are getting is the opposite. Yeah, because they're deporting them. And it's not safe for them. Even those one who have documents, they tell you, like, when we walk on the street, because how we look, because our last name, we are scared to walk outside. And in my part, I'm like, okay, but you voted for this. It's not like you didn't know. People tried to warn you. The orange guy, the guy you voted for, he always called you name again and again. But wow, you just voted for him like that. That's insane. So let's keep watching, guys. Let me know what you think so far. I'll be back.
I am in so much shock with the amount of Latinos for Trump that are now coming out saying we feel so backstabbed, we feel so betrayed, we feel used now that our families are being deported even though they're not criminals. You didn't feel that way when Donald Trump was talking about the Mexican families that he was going to be deporting. You didn't feel that way when he spoke about other minority groups that he was going to be deporting. But now that it's affecting your family, your uncle, your cousin, now you want to cry about it? Now you want to cry crocodile tears? Girlfriend, I don't feel bad for you.
I don't know what I don't even know what country this is anymore, to be honest with you. The man said grab him by the blank. He won 2 terms. The man said he supported everything in the Project 2025 propaganda, and a black woman told y'all he was planning to do it, and y'all said she wasn't qualified, and he got in there and he's doing it. The Cubans and the Latinos for Trump were cha-cha-chaing all the way to the voter booth, and now he put them in cages and sending them wherever they want, wherever he wants. And it's still okay. We ain't burnt the country down yet. Barack Obama, we had to have that man go dig his birth certificate out of some hole to prove he was an American. The standard, the double standard, has been right in front of us the whole time.
Us as Latinos, I've noticed that we're willing to accept white people in our family, but not black people. Most of the time, we prefer white people over black people. Really, any other nation more than a black person. What I mean is, a mother's daughter has a white boyfriend, they would happily welcome him more than if she had a black boyfriend. Most of the time, there's a stereotype within the Hispanic household about black people, right? That they're criminals, they're gang members, they're violent, they're someone you should fear. When really, we should look at white people that way, because white people are the ones who actually are harming us right now. Yes, they're Hispanics who are in those ICE trucks, ICE vans, but they have been put in place by the oppressor. The same people who descend from the people who took your land, put your forefathers in slave ships,
Actually, what we are seeing now, it's regret. They are regretting everything. Of course, they're regretting not listening to the people who try to warn them, like for a long time. They're just like, oh wow, we can't believe this is happening. Yeah, it's happening because you ignore, like people try to warn you, like black people try to warn you, but you ignore them. And remember, they lived with this, they live in broken promise. They promised them like many times and they didn't keep their promise, so you should listen to them. So this is the time for you to find out. That's what's happening to you. Oh my god, guys, let's keep watching.
Stole your identity, gave you the terms Latino, Hispanic. The people who descend from those people, they're oppressing you today. And their forefathers oppressed your forefathers back in the day. So what is my point? We need to deny any nation but our own. As Black, Latinos, and Natives, we are the same people. We should unite, we should come together, and we should marry one another. If your daughter wants to get with a so-called African American, of course, you want to make sure that he's a good fit. You should allow that. If your son wants to get with an African American sister, make sure she is fit and allow that. And same thing for so-called black people. Same thing for your daughters and your sons who want to get with natives or so-called Hispanic. You should allow that, because that's going to make us unite. That's going to make us stronger. And people might say, well, black people hate Hispanics. Hispanics hate black people. Listen, the reason why we are hurting each other is because we're oppressed by the same person who's causing stress, who's causing chaos, who's causing poverty in our lives. And when we are going through stress and anger, we get violent. And who are we going to get violent with? The people who live among us. We live amongst each other. You understand? But the people who we should really be upset with, and who we should point the finger at, is our oppressor. And we should never point the finger at each other. We should come together, resolve our problems, get over grudges, get over division amongst each other, and really come together as a community. Get off of drugs. Go against drugs. Go against drug dealers. Go against our daughters being whores and prostitutes and sleeping around. And really lock in and build as a community where men can be men, women can be women, and we'll rise to the top. And that's what the Most High, our God, wants for us. He wants us to get right, to fix ourselves, to cleanse ourselves. This is from the ISUPK and the Commander General Hana. This is what we teach. This is what we promote, because this is what the Bible teaches. You understand? If you want to learn more, go to isupk.com. Find a school near you. Shalom.
Guys, for all the people who are judging black people for not supporting or standing with Hispanic in this time, let me tell you the truth. Why they warned them. They told them, like, be careful, but they refused to listen. What do you want them to do? Imagine you want someone, like, I've been through this, listen to me, I've been here before you, but you refuse to listen to them. But when you are in problem, you want those people to come and support you. Actually, you don't even notice that these people, these Latinos or Hispanic who voted for this, they voted against the black people. You don't want to say it, but that's true. They voted against them because they know they will never support these things. And I believe, like, somehow some of them thought like this deportation, it will only be about black people, because now I know, like, some Latino, they didn't know, like, Black America, they can't be deported. So when they were hearing orange guys saying, I will deport, I deport, mass deportation, they thought it would be black people. They didn't thought it would be them. So this is what they voted for, thinking it will happen to other people, and it's happening to them. That's what I think. Guys, I have one clip I have left. Let's watch. I'll be back.
So I'm coming for Latinos for Trump every day, every time. When I can, I'm doing it. Because the Republican budget plan just came out, and where's the no tax on tips? Not there. Where's the no tax on overtime? Not there. No tax on income? Not there either. You know what is there? Tax cut for the rich. Lowest there's ever been. But you bozos who kept screaming that he was going to do so much for the economy, that he was a businessman. He's a scammer. And we tried to tell you that he was not for you. Okay? So that just goes to show you, and I hope you're going to learn so many lessons. And they're going to be difficult ones. And we're not going to hold your hand while you learn them. All right? Te calmas o te calmo, like at 100. So you guys enjoy this. Have fun with that.
I'm sorry to my community for voting the way I did. I acknowledged the mistake earlier, but it's different. When you acknowledge something, it's kind of like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. When you say I'm sorry, it's more like, yeah, I fucked up. And I think I fucked up. Obviously, my one vote didn't make the difference, but it contributed. And I don't even know why I was like so bent out on the price of eggs, price of gas and shit. I have a fucking Tesla. I'm blessed enough to not know how much milk or eggs or none of that bullshit cost. I just go and buy it. My dumbass was joining the propaganda. Oh, look at all these people. They can't afford homes. Blah, blah, blah. I can go buy another fucking house. I fucked up royally. And so now, yes, at least I'm marching. I'm doing some research, spreading the word. But I truly wish that I was on the right side of history from the get-go. Not for selfish reasons, but because had I been, at least I would not have contributed to all these people that are being hurt in our community. I wouldn't have contributed to fucking U.S. citizens being arrested because God decided to use more melanin when he was creating them. I wouldn't have contributed, and I wish that was the case. But I fucked up, so I'm sorry. But you have my word that moving forward, I'm going to be on the right side of history.
So guys, actually this regret is not about politics, it's about the trust, where you put your trust, because you guys, they just manipulated you just like that, and you buy it. You thought like economy is going to get better for you, you are going to earn more money, they are going to cut tax, they are going, I don't know what other promise they gave you. Because what's so crazy for me, like some of you even voted deportation knowing in your house your husband, some of you, your husband, your wives, your father, your sister, your friends, they don't even have all requirement document you should have to stay in the US. Because I believe like you thought they were going to deport other people, but not you. Because when he see Hispanic stand up and voted for him, like many percentage, of course he will not look at them. That's what you thought. But I don't know why. There is a way you would avoid all this by voting against the guy who believes in deportation. You will be safe. You don't need to bet your life on this. So that's why many people are saying like, we don't feel mercy for you, we don't feel sympathy for you, we keep seeing you crying, your tears, we understand how you're suffering, but people don't feel sorry for you because you voted for this, even though they try to warn you. Trust me, if it was like no one warned you, we didn't know the guy, yeah, we will understand, we feel the pain, people will stand with you. But this one, you knew, people warned you. He was even telling you what he's going to do, but you refused to listen because you thought maybe like he will not deport us because we voted for him. But he said he don't care again. But you guys, you're like, he's joking. You always excuse him until it's happening to you, until reality is hitting. That's when you open your eyes and just try to ask people help. You try to cry about what's happening. And if this was happening, let's say to the Caribbean country, will you be crying like this? Of course not. You will not care. The only reason we see like Latino focus on this is because it's happening to them. I mean, those one who voted for this. I know it's not all Latino who voted for this, but many of you did. So for those one who did and you are finding out, I'm really happy for that, because this will teach you. This will show you and will help you to make the right decision. But if you didn't vote for this, but you're being a victim of all this situation, I feel so sorry for you, and I hope this will be solved for you, because you didn't vote for this. You didn't wish this for anyone. Yeah, guys, actually, I have comment from the people about the situation, because trust me, we'll keep seeing Latinos regretting. This is just a starting, if I'm being honest. So let's see the comment. Let me get there. So the first comment actually goes like this: this is why we can't afford to ignore each other's struggle anymore. The second one say, I'm glad someone finally talking about the regret in its Rio, and remember, you voted for this. The third one say, Black and Hispanic community need each other more than ever. I agree, but you guys, you didn't remember that when you were voting. You showed them like you don't need them, you're against them. So the fourth one say, promises means nothing without action. Lesson learned the hard way. The last one said, this broke my heart, but it's also opened my eyes. I will never vote like this again. Yeah, guys, this should open your eyes. I don't know what you think. You're watching this video, maybe you know like more about the situation. Let us know in a comment. We appreciate that. And I just want to thank you so much for watching, always supporting my content. I appreciate that. I'll see you next time as always. Bye.